Hey, baseball fans. Welcome back to Tits and Streams, your go-to channel for daily baseball predictions. I'm Koken, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on today's top matchups. Before we dive into today's picks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest predictions. If you enjoy our content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love baseball and sports betting. Our channel relies entirely on your support. We don't have any sponsors, so every like, share, and comment helps us keep going. If you'd like to support us even more, consider donating by pressing the thanks button under this video. We love hearing from you. Drop a comment below. Your feedback makes our channel better. All right, let's get into today's predictions. Today we have predictions for 4 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the New York Mets and Arizona Diamondbacks. As the New York Mets and Arizona Diamondbacks prepare for their crucial August 29, 2024 showdown at Chase Field, the stakes couldn't be higher. Both teams are entrenched in the postseason race, with the Mets fighting tooth and nail to keep their wild-card hopes alive at 69-64, while the Diamondbacks, sitting comfortably with a 76-57 record, hold the top wild-card spot in the National League. This game is shaping up to be a high-stakes clash, where every pitch and every swing could tip the balance. David Peterson, who has had a roller coaster season, takes the mound for the Mets at a time when his performance is peaking. Over his last 3 starts, Peterson has surrendered just 3 earned runs, showcasing his ability to bounce back and deliver when it matters most. His August performance has been nothing short of stellar, boasting an impressive 1.71 ERA over 31.2 innings. What sets Peterson apart is his knack for inducing ground balls, one of the best in the league at keeping hitters from getting the ball airborne. This skill will be crucial against an Arizona lineup that ranks high in ground ball percentage. If Peterson can keep the ball on the ground, the Mets could have the upper hand in neutralizing the Diamondbacks' offense. On the offensive side, the Mets have been firing on all cylinders, averaging 4.78 runs per game this season. Francisco Lindor and Pete Alonso have been the linchpins, with Lindor's steady .270, .340, .488 performance, and Alonso's 28 home runs provided the power. The supporting cast, including Brandon Nimmo and J.D. Martinez, adds depth to an already formidable lineup, making the Mets a tough challenge for any pitcher. Ryan Nelson, the Diamondbacks starter, has been a reliable force on the mound, helping Arizona to win 8 of his last 9 starts. However, his performance at Chase Field raises some red flags. With a 4.95 ERA in home games and opposing hitters batting .284 against him, Nelson will need to be sharp to navigate a Mets lineup that has been feasting on right-handed pitching. In the past 2 weeks, the Mets have ranked among the top 10 teams in hitting against righties, suggesting Nelson could be in for a tough day. The Diamondbacks' offense, while potent, has shown cracks when facing left-handed pitchers. Hitting just .209 against southpaws over the last 2 weeks, Arizona's bats have been struggling, especially against pitchers like Peterson, who are in top form. This vulnerability could be the deciding factor in a game where every run will be hard-earned. Historically, the Mets have dominated this matchup, especially at Chase Field. They've consistently covered the spread against the Diamondbacks following a loss, and have often taken early control of games, leading after the first few innings. With Peterson in his current groove, history seems poised to repeat itself. Both bullpens will play a pivotal role in this contest. The Mets bullpen, though not elite, has been dependable recently, with a solid 3.46 ERA over the last 2 weeks. The Diamondbacks bullpen, while generally reliable, will need to be flawless if Nelson stumbles early. Considering all these factors, the Mets' recent offensive momentum, Peterson's dominance, Nelson's struggles at home, and the Diamondbacks' issues with left-handed pitching, the Mets seem to have the edge. While it's risky to bet against a team as hot as Arizona, the Mets have shown they can rise to the occasion when it counts. With Peterson on the mound and the lineup finding its rhythm, the Mets are well positioned to secure a vital road victory. Expect a close game, but one where the Mets emerge victorious, continuing their push toward the postseason.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Miami Marlins and Colorado Rockies. As the Miami Marlins gear up to finish their series against the Colorado Rockies on August 29, 2024, it's evident that both teams are playing more for pride than postseason glory. With both clubs stuck near the bottom of the National League standings, this game might not be the hottest ticket in town, but for those who relish the finer details of baseball, there's more to this matchup than meets the eye. The Rockies, sporting a disappointing 50-84 record, will entrust Carl Balak with the start. Balak has been a rare bright spot in what has otherwise been a forgettable season for Colorado. Despite his limited outings, he's shown potential, particularly in August, where he's taken the mound 3 times, each time going over 5 innings and holding a solid 3.06 ERA. Against lineups like the Diamondbacks, Padres, and Yankees, Balak has allowed just 6 runs across 16.2 innings, while racking up 11 strikeouts. His ability to keep the Rockies within striking distance despite their overall struggles will be key in this game. On the other side, the Marlins have endured a season they'd likely prefer to erase, sitting at 48-85 with just 2 wins in their last 9 games. Their starter, Valente Belloso, has experienced a roller coaster of a season. Before his recent stumble against the Cubs, where he surrendered 5 earned runs in 4.2 innings, Belloso had been fairly reliable, maintaining a 3.35 ERA with 28 strikeouts. For the Marlins to even the series, Belloso will need to shake off that rough outing and deliver a strong performance. Offensively, both teams have faced their share of challenges, especially against right-handed pitchers. The Rockies have struggled, batting just .230 against righties over their last 10 games, while the Marlins have fared slightly better at .258. However, the Marlins have excelled against lefties, hitting .273 compared to the Rockies' .224. This advantage could play a crucial role, particularly if the game turns into a bullpen battle. Speaking of bullpens, neither team has much to brag about. The Rockies' bullpen has been roughed up lately, with a 5.87 ERA over the last 10 games, while the Marlins aren't far behind at 5.18. This inconsistency could open the door to a high-scoring affair, especially as the game progresses. The Rockies do have the home field advantage at Coors Field, where the thin air often turns ordinary fly balls into home runs. However, their performance in day games after a win has been abysmal, losing 14 of their last 15 such contests against National League opponents. Coupled with the Marlins' surprising resilience as road underdogs, this game becomes a tough one to call. In their head-to-head battles, the Rockies have won 2 of the 3 games in this series, including a commanding 8-2 victory in the most recent clash. Historically, though, the Marlins have found success at Coors Field, particularly in games where they've been underestimated. They've covered the run line in their last 4-day games against National League West opponents after a loss, indicating the fight needed to pull off a win here. As for the key players, Ezequiel Tovar has been a steady contributor for the Rockies, with 148 hits, 39 doubles, and 21 home runs this season. His ability to get on base and drive in runs will be vital for Colorado. Meanwhile, the Marlins will lean on Jake Burger, who leads the team with 25 home runs and 59 RBIs, to provide some firepower. Considering the unreliable bullpens, unpredictable starting pitching, and the Rockies' struggles in day games after wins, the Marlins seem to have a slight edge in this contest. They've shown resilience in similar scenarios and could take advantage of the Rockies' vulnerabilities. So, what's the call? While I don't have a clear stats picture of the game winner, I have a hunch that the Miami Marlins will take this one, not just because of their irrelevantly better stats, but because they have shown a knack for bouncing back in games like this. I don't do this often, because I believe in statistics, but here my hunch tells me the Marlins will even the series with the Rockies, so don't be surprised if they pull it off. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Atlanta Braves and Philadelphia Phillies. The showdown between the Atlanta Braves and Philadelphia Phillies on August 29, 2024, is shaping up to be a critical contest with major implications for the National League East race. The Phillies, currently leading the division with a solid 78-55 record, are looking to fend off the Braves, who are just a few games back at 73-60. This game at Citizens Bank Park promises to be a nail-biter, as both teams are vying for a crucial victory to bolster their postseason ambitions. Christopher Sanchez takes the mound for the Phillies, a pitcher who has been a rock at home this season. Sporting a 2.18 earned run average across 13 starts at Citizens Bank Park, Sanchez has been tough on opposing hitters, holding them to a low .217 batting average. However, his recent outings have shown some cracks, with a few games where he has allowed more runs than usual. His last outing against the Braves wasn't his best, as he gave up 3 runs on 9 hits over 6 innings. The Braves' offense, known for their success against left-handed pitchers, will be eager to exploit any vulnerabilities Sanchez might present. On the other side, the Braves are sending seasoned right-hander Charlie Morton to the hill. Morton's season has had its ups and downs, reflected in his 7-7 record and 4.24 ERA. However, he's been on a roll in his recent starts, allowing just 2 earned runs or fewer in his last 3 appearances. Morton's experience in high-pressure situations could be the key for the Braves as they look to maintain their momentum in this crucial stretch. Offensively, both teams are loaded with firepower and capable of putting runs on the board in a hurry. The Phillies have been particularly effective against right-handed pitchers, with a .285 average over the last couple of weeks. Bryce Harper has been leading the charge for Philadelphia, delivering with both power and consistency. Meanwhile, the Braves have been just as dangerous against lefties, posting a .258 average and ranking in the top 10 in key offensive metrics. Marcell Ozuna has been a standout for Atlanta, hitting .309 with 37 homers this season, making him a central figure in the Braves' offensive plans. The bullpen matchup will also be a key factor. The Phillies boast the best bullpen ERA in the league at .245, a reflection of their depth and ability to shut down games late. The Braves, however, aren't far behind, and their relievers have shown a knack for stepping up when it matters most. This game could easily come down to which bullpen can hold the line in the later innings. Historically, the Braves have had the edge in recent matchups, winning 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams. The Braves have also been road warriors, with 5 straight wins away from home, and they'll be looking to keep that streak alive in this pivotal series. On the flip side, the Phillies have been strong at home, but their recent form has been a bit inconsistent, going 5-5 in their last 10 games. Injuries are also a factor, with the Phillies missing key players like Spencer Turnbull and Luis Ortiz, which could test their depth, particularly in the pitching staff. The Braves, too, are dealing with significant absences, including stars like Austin Riley and Ronald Acuna Jr. Despite these challenges, Atlanta has shown remarkable resilience and continues to perform at a high level. Taking all these factors into account, the value in this game seems to favor the Braves. While the Phillies are formidable at home, the Braves have been the hotter team of late, and their success against left-handed pitching gives them a slight edge. Charlie Morton's recent form also adds confidence to backing Atlanta, as he appears to be hitting his stride at just the right time. In conclusion, this game could go either way, but the smart play is on the Braves' money line. Their recent surge, road success, and ability to hit left-handed pitchers make them a compelling choice. Expect a tight, competitive game, but in the end, the Braves should have just enough to come out on top. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the Toronto Blue Jays and Boston Red Sox. As the Toronto Blue Jays and Boston Red Sox prepare to lock horns under the lights of Fenway Park, this Thursday night showdown promises to be a nail-biter in the AL East. With both teams deep in the throes of the season's final stretch, every game holds immense weight, especially with playoff dreams teetering on the edge. The Blue Jays are looking to even the series, while the Red Sox aim to take the series win, making the pitching duel all the more pivotal. On the mound for the Blue Jays is Bowden Francis, who has been lights out recently. With a solid 7-3 record and a 4.02 ERA, Francis has hit his stride just when Toronto needs him most. Over his last 3 outings, Francis has been practically unhittable, allowing just 2 earned runs across 22 innings while racking up an impressive 27 strikeouts. His recent form marks a stark contrast to his early season struggles, transforming him into a force to be reckoned with. Francis's dominance was on full display in his last start, where he conceded only 1 hit over 8 innings against the Angels. His razor-sharp 0.82 ERA over his last 3 starts underscores his current command on the mound. Facing Francis is Cutter Crawford of the Red Sox, who has had a season full of ups and downs. With an 8.11 record and a 4.19 ERA, Crawford's performance has been anything but steady. His recent outings have been particularly rough, as evidenced by an ugly 8.13 ERA over his last 7 starts. The long ball has been his undoing, with 14 homers surrendered since the All-Star break. This troubling trend is especially concerning against a Blue Jays lineup that's heating up, featuring sluggers like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and George Springer who could take advantage of Crawford's struggles. Offensively, the Blue Jays have been inconsistent, sitting 20th in batting average and 23rd in home runs. However, they've shown resilience, particularly in night games following a loss, where they've managed to win 9 of their last 10. Guerrero Jr. continues to be the driving force of this lineup, with 27 homers and a .322 average, ready to ignite Toronto's offense at any moment. Additionally, the Blue Jays have excelled at covering the run line as underdogs against Boston, achieving this in 10 of their last 11 matchups following a loss. On the defensive side, the Blue Jays' bullpen has been a steady presence, boasting a 3.48 ERA over their last 10 games. This reliability could prove crucial in the late innings, especially if Francis can hand over a lead. In contrast, the Red Sox bullpen has faltered since the All-Star break, which could spell trouble in a closely contested game. The Blue Jays have historically performed well at Fenway, winning 6 of their last 8 games in Boston. This success, combined with Boston's home struggles this season, gives Toronto a distinct advantage. Despite the Red Sox's talent, with stars like Rafael Devers and Jarren Duran, they've struggled to deliver consistently, especially at home, where they've posted a subpar record. Injuries have plagued the Red Sox throughout the season, and although key players have returned, the team has struggled to regain its rhythm, particularly on defense, where they rank poorly in runs allowed. This defensive vulnerability could be exploited by a Blue Jays squad that is fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive. Considering the current form of both teams and the pitching matchup, the Toronto Blue Jays seem to have the edge. Francis's recent dominance and the Blue Jays' ability to rise to the occasion under pressure make them the smarter pick. Crawford's home run issues and the Red Sox's bullpen woes only tilt the scales further in Toronto's favor. While this game could see some scoring, the Blue Jays are better positioned to emerge victorious. The clear play here is the Toronto Blue Jays money line. With Francis in top form and Boston's inconsistencies, Toronto is set to close out this series with a win, keeping their playoff aspirations alive.